Hello, welcome back to the vlog. Happy Monday. I don't normally film on Mondays because Mondays are my choir days. So I am only home for like a little while and then I go to choir. It is currently 5:20 and I just got home from school. Well, it's been like 10 minutes because I was like playing with Nyla outside and stuff like that. And today is October 20th. T-minus 2 days until my birthday. So we are in official birthday mode currently. We had a little party at my house here the other day, which I need to clean up from. So Saturday people came over. It was literally like my family and like 4 friends. But we had a really good time. I made everybody dress up really obnoxiously. We had like we did a third tea party. So it was like fall tea party themed. So we had like pumpkin scones and pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, and we had some different like sandwiches, and we did have tea. No one drank tea, but it's okay. Coffee punch, regular punch, some other cookies, some like charcuterie. We did like chocolate fondue. We like did the chocolate in, and we just had a really fun time. Painted pumpkins. Here's mine. That was fun. Here's my mom's. Ooh. And here is my sister-in-law who's an art teacher. This is her cat. Wearing sunglasses. So everyone else took them with them, but those people left theirs. I have some extra pumpkins, so I'm kind of hoping maybe we can do some pumpkin painting. Not tonight, but tonight we're going to, let's see, do I have time to take Nyla on a walk? I'll think on it. I might take Nyla on a walk. It's already like 5:20, so I'm a little bit like, I don't know, I'm gonna have time. I don't feel like I have time to take her on a walk and also clean the kitchen. So it's kind of like, which one of those is more important? Which is probably clean the kitchen because it is still a disaster. I have been running the dishwasher and I have more loads to do essentially. So we do need to clean up at least a little bit and work on that. I have some Amazon clothing to try on, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, so we're just gonna hang out. I don't know how much, like, well, I guess tomorrow I do need to do some work in the morning. I don't know that there's gonna be like a ton of work being done in this vlog because it is gonna be mostly like, yay, birthday. There's like a few weeks out of the year that I really like give myself whatever I want. Christmas, usually the last week of school, and my birthday. Those are like the 3 weeks out of the year that I'm like, if I don't do any work, it's fine. If I eat absolute junk food the entire week, it's fine. If I, go out to eat, it's fine. If I pick up Starbucks on the way to school, it's fine. Like, those are my 3 weeks where I'm like, if I don't feel like working, I'm not working. Like, just kind of like whatever. Now, my day today has been pretty normal. Like, I got up and I worked out, and all that kind of jazz. Although I did have scones instead of my smoothie for breakfast. But overall, it's been pretty normal. So, anyway, let's go have a little try-on outfit haul, and then I'll decide if I'm taking her on a walk or if I'll just let her play in the backyard. Maybe we'll go fetch. But it's 5:20. I have to leave by like 6:45. And I have to eat in there somewhere is the problem. Really messes with me. Okay, so Amazon haul, I will show you my, I have some outfits I need to try on. But I also got, this was my like present for myself just for funsies. This is a coloring book. But the girl who made it, her name is Holly Nichols. I followed her on Instagram and she does these really pretty illustrations with alcohol markers, which is something that I would love to know more about. So it's like a fashion illustration, so they're all like cute little girlies. So I did one so far. I would love to do one tonight. I don't know that we're gonna have time for that, but anyway, so that's where we are now. Since I am gonna be 30 probably in this video, I would love if you are over 30 if you would leave us your best advice for people 30 and up in the comments. Like, what is your best advice for the decade of your 30s? Let me know down below. Okay, dress number 1 I think is a hit. It is a like maxi dress. It's like pull on, it's really stretchy on the top, but it's eyelet on the bottom and on the sleeves. I like that it's long sleeves, but they're eyelet, so they're not gonna be hot because I do live in Georgia. Pockets are fun, and I'm really glad I like this because I was planning to wear this for my to school on my birthday. I wanted something just nothing crazy, just something new that I could wear to school on my birthday. So we have acquired that, and I think this red looks good on me. It's not too blue, is it? I think it'll be good. Okay, so one done. I will link these in the comments, by the way. Comments, description, wherever we link things. This one I didn't realize was the same brand, but it actually is. It does have pockets. Okay, cool. It is a like knee-length dress. It's longer than it looks on the listing, which is good. I was worried it was gonna be too short, but I think it'll be totally fine. It's got like a stretchy waist and then these little bows I keep seeing everywhere. And I finally was like, okay, let me try. Now, I'm not sure about this color. I feel a little bit like it is not a good color for me. I thought it would be nice. It was like, you know, cute, like creamy kind of situation. But I don't know that I like that. So I'll have to think on the color. If I don't like this color, I will probably return it and get a different color, but the same dress, because I do like it. And it's pretty roomy. I probably could have even gone down to the medium, but this is large. The others, I think I got large and everything. And I probably could have gone down to medium on this one, but I like it. And again, we got those eyelet sleeves, good for fake fall. Is that what we're calling it? Is this okay? I feel like no. I don't know. I'll think on it. Normally I do not say if I have a fail, I just like won't, you know, keep it. But this one's definitely a fail. So I've been seeing these corduroy like jumpers everywhere, and I thought they were really cute, and it is really cute. However, running a little bit tight and way too short. Like I am not wearing that to school. There's no way. And if I'm not wearing it to school, like frankly, where am I gonna wear it? So I'm thinking no, which I was worried about that. They all look kind of short, and I'm just, yeah, no. So we shall be sending this one back for sure. All right, that was semi-successful. Red dress is good. Green dress, not so good. And then the tan one, I'm gonna have to get, I think I'm gonna have to get it in a different color. I don't think I like that color, but the style actually worked a lot better. I was worried that the style was either gonna be too short or too tight, or it wasn't gonna look good, and I actually do really like the style, and that'll be a good way to incorporate those little bows, which are like the big thing. So there's that. This was my backup dress for my party the other day. I was having a hard time, and I was worried they weren't gonna come in time, so I ended up ordering 2 dresses. So this is one. The other one, the one I wore, first of all, came first, and secondly, I liked a lot better. It was like perfect. This one actually got there like 10 minutes before the party started. I did just try it on because I was like, let me try it on and make sure I don't like fall in love with it before I send it back. But no. So it's fine, and it would have been fine, but I like the other one better. So I'm keeping the one that I already wore and sending this one back. So that's what this is. So let's just go clean and find out what's happening. Ooh, over halfway through. Yay. How exciting. Cleaned off and the drink table away. Got another load of dishes in the dishwasher, so now I just have everything else to do. But it's already at like 6:30, so I need to scarf down some food and head to choir. Okay, let me show you the cutest thing ever. This is an Amazon find. They're reusable cupcake liners, but they look like a little teacup, and they come with a little saucer, and they're so freaking cute. I made raspberry mousse chocolate cups, but you can do cupcakes is really what they're for. But I just thought, like, if you're throwing a tea party, this is the cutest thing ever. Hello, happy Wednesday. Today was Black Day. I went with a ghosty theme. One of my students today said, Miss Davis, how can your clothes always match? And I just really didn't know how to answer that question. She was like, your clothes always match. And I was like, yeah. I was like, well, what do you want them to do? She was like, well, nothing. Just why do your clothes always match? And I was like, because that's what I wear. I don't know. It was very strange. Anyway, hi, hello. Happy Wednesday. Today was actually a pretty good day. Might be because the first graders were on a field trip. So I did have one less class today, and that was really helpful. I had a lot of stuff to do. I still have a lot of stuff to do. The to-do list has been never ending. It's like since school started, it just has not had a chance to stop. So that's been what we've been up against. Anyway. There we are. Anyway, hey, hi, hello. Today is Wednesday. I got home from school. It's almost 6 o'clock because I stopped to get gas, and then I stopped at UPS to return 80,000 things to Amazon. Usually I only have like 1 or 2 things to return, and I had like a solid 8. I was like, I'm so sorry. But they make it so quick and easy, which is lovely. So got that done and went and picked up the groceries, which I ordered last night. Yesterday I managed to clean the island, which was fabulous, and then scarf down some food and head to choir. Choir was pretty good yesterday. Maybe I'm just in a good mood because it's almost my birthday, or maybe it's just like the stars are aligned and things are just okay so far today. Even like my classes aren't necessarily like the most amazing on this rotation day, but like it was fine. So anyway, yeah, so it's almost 6 o'clock. I think I might still have enough light to take the dog on a walk though, which would be lovely because I would like to walk her, since I didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. And yeah, this morning I got a ton of stuff done. I first of all processed all of those 8,000 Amazon returns, and then I was able to, I'm looking for something obviously, so I got that done, and then I was able to write some emails because I usually throw a sale for my birthday. So I had written my music stuff emails last week, but I sent emails to people on my email list for TBT advice, telling them that their courses were on sale as well. So I usually only sell a couple of those during the sale, but just a heads up, it's too late for you now, but as a heads up, I only will put my courses on sale very rarely. So if you ever see that they're on sale, like jump on it. So they were on sale, or they will be on sale for me tomorrow for my birthday, and then they will not be on sale again for a very long time. So that's just kind of how it goes. Okay, so I got this like cream lacy shirt. It came with a little like tank top to go underneath that corduroy jumper that I sent back yesterday. I still feel like it's pretty cute. How does this color look? It's more yellowy. Is it okay? Black's not actually my color, but I think it's okay. It doesn't like wash me out. I don't know. I'll think about that. I think this other package is also mine. It has my name on it. I'm always scared to open packages around my birthday though. My only thought is if it is something come way early. But according to the app, nothing was coming today. Oh! It's a birthday present. Oh my gosh. Not for my husband. from a friend. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting anything. Oh my gosh. That is so freaking nice. Oh my gosh. It's a Hogwarts crest cutting mat. That is very sweet and very thoughtful because I'm reading the books right now. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was very genuine. Thank you for being so kind to me. It's hard being here by myself sometimes. Thanks for including me. Happy birthday. That is so sweet. Gifts are my love language, if you were unaware. Wow, I was not expecting that. Okay. Wow. Okay, I need to make sure I definitely text her immediately and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You did not have to do that, because she did not have to do that. But that was really, really sweet. Okay. Sorry. Wow, that really like caught me off guard. I was thinking it was maybe a dress that I had ordered. I was worried it might be something for my husband, but it had my name on it, so I opened it, and that was not what I expected. Okay, there we go. All right. Anyway, we'll have a good birthday surprise. I am gonna go walk the dog, take the trash out, wash my hair. I need to put clothes away today because the closet is a mess. And I don't know, see what else I can clean up because everything's still a mess, but here we go. The island was clean. Now it's not clean anymore. All right, let's go. Got distracted and lost my train of thought. Anyway, I was talking to you before I opened that. Okay, so my courses are on sale tomorrow for my birthday. That will not happen for a very long time. So I sent those emails this morning, and then I got to spend a few minutes writing my journal, which is my favorite, especially right now. Just every year on my birthday, like birthdays and like end of the year, beginning of the year, I always have a bit of like a where am I going crisis. And this one being 30, I really feel the like existential crisis coming on, just because it's a big round number. So, you know, I'm thinking like, okay, 10 years ago, where was I? 10 years from now, where do I want to be? And, you know, like all of those kind of thoughts. And so it's just really been interesting and had a lot of thoughts. So it was really, really good because I've been feeling very like frazzled just in the, where are we going? What am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? You know, like all of those, like, what are my goals? What do I want to do in the next 10 years? How am I going to get there? What am I going to do? You know, is this even the right thing? And then, you know, the knowledge of, I know that everything could change because like 10 years ago, things were very different than they are now. And so I don't know what's going to happen the next 10 years, but still like you got to have an idea of where you're going. And so I've been feeling very like kind of all over the place due to that. So that has been a whole thing. So it was nice to, I've had a few journaling sessions lately kind of centered around those topics. And it was nice to have another one and get a little more clear. I find every time that I like sit down and write and journal, I get just like a little more clear, a little more clear, a little more clear. And so I'm kind of, I think I'm pretty situated in like what I want to focus on supposedly for the next 10 years, and kind of like the general aim of where I'm going. Obviously there's a lot of wiggle room in there because I don't know what's going to happen, but having just some sort of idea of like, this is where I'm aiming for, this is where I'd like to go, this is what I'm currently doing, you know, and that can change obviously, but yeah, so big things I hope to come and just kind of all that kind of stuff. So that is what I was up to this morning. I went to school. Spent a lot of time. I've been organizing my classroom, which has been a lot. But yeah. Okay. Let's go walk the dog. Take the trash out. Take a shower. Eat some food. Do something fun. Because I can. It's still my birthday. This lame. Cheese and tomato soup will always be the ultimate comfort food. And I made my grilled cheese on croissant rolls because I had some left over from the party. And strawberries just because I had some strawberries, so why not? Hello. I figured it was late enough. We could just put our pajamas on. I took Nyla for a walk, cleaned up a head bit, took a bath and a shower. And so now, oh look, I think she's supposed to be Belle. Oh, how exciting. Okay, cute. I was putting this piece of paper in between the pages because I was worried it was going to bleed. And it doesn't look like it did, but I'm going to do it anyway, just in case it was wrong. Okay. Cute. So, just having like a really mellow night, which is, like, I'm gonna say this, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, Becca, that's insane. I have found myself more and more jealous. I don't know if jealous is the right word. More and more longing for, like, calmer days. Oh, hello. Nice to see you. Hi. Thanks. Sorry, distraction. Especially just, I don't know. My schedule has always been crazy, but my, like, school schedule is, like, extra crazy this year. And especially, like, compared to the last 2 years, it is not what it was. And I was telling the art teacher today, I was like, I feel like I am drowning a bit because I am just, like, there's just so much to do. And especially having, feeling like the last 2 years I have been able to, put X amount of effort into everything and do XYZ. And this year I feel like I can't because the way the schedule is, and just in general, like, I've been having a hard time. And I know that sounds maybe a little crazy, but I just really have. I've had such a hard time this year. And so having all of that difficulty on top of having the difficulty, are you gonna be darker or lighter? On top of having, like, just all the stuff that I normally do outside of school, which has been fine, in particular because I have not had as stressful of a school experience lately. I hope that makes sense without getting super deep into things. I just, like, it's like at school the to-do list is never ending, and then at home the to-do list is never ending, and then also, like, not necessarily always being home is kind of like the vibes currently that I am under. It's like there's just having, like, the never ending to-do list in both places is really stressing me out at the moment because it's like I can't focus on XYZ when I'm at school because I'm at school and I'm busy, and then I come home and can't focus on anything either, and it's just like not getting anything done. And I realize it's a little bit ironic to be complaining about that as I'm sitting here coloring, but as I mentioned, this week is my I don't care week. It's my I'm gonna do whatever I want week, especially because this weekend I have, like, a big thing. So anyways, I have mentioned that I have had a bit of, like, an existential crisis recently. It has been just, like, a really interesting thing. I have felt all sorts of weird, and it's almost like I don't know. It's like I don't know if I'm where I want to be in life or not, because in some ways I'm, like, further than I thought I would be. And then in other ways, I'm not as far as I thought I would be. And then it also depends on like what you're comparing it to, because like 20-year-old Becca had a whole different vision for her life than like 25-year-old Becca. And so like where I am compared to 20-year-old Becca's plan is like not even on the same planet, frankly, versus where I am in comparison to like 25-year-old Becca's plan is not really where, as far as I maybe would have liked. So it's been this weird thing, just, you know, all the reflecting lately, trying to figure out, you know, like, okay, am I far enough or whatever, which, you know, does it matter? No, but it's just me trying to gauge where I am. So finally I kind of stopped trying to gauge where I am and started thinking like, okay, where am I going? Because if I start thinking, you know, where I am, 20-year-old Becca wasn't planning to have a business. So like there's just so much that is different than I would have expected, which is great. I honestly, there are things about my life in the last 10 years that I maybe would have preferred to not do, or there's things that I definitely would not, like if I went back I would not do things the same way. But overarchingly, I would say that I really like don't have a ton of regrets. I do have a few regrets. I have a few things that I would do differently, but it's not like tons of really drastic anything, which I guess is a good thing. So that's kind of the conclusion I have come to. Also, even though I'm maybe not as far as 25-year-old Becca would have liked, I'm a lot happier than 25-year-old Becca, and that is also something to like take into consideration, you know, as you're thinking about everything. So, which kind of brings me back to what I mentioned before. I've been kind of longing for like a calmer life. And like I was talking to a lady at choir the other day, and I asked what she does, and she was like, well, honestly, you know, I was a stay-at-home mom, and then I was a housewife, and I've always like volunteered at the church, and I, you know, never really had like an occupation. It's just always been kind of like taking care of people and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, that sounds lovely. And I have noticed myself making comments like that more and more and more. And I can definitely tell that is like on my brain, on my mind at the current moment, which makes sense because I just told you I have been very very tired and overwhelmed, just with the amount of stuff to do. And then it's this vicious cycle, which y'all will understand, of I know that like the answer is, I mean, really and truly, the answer is that my business needs to make more money so that I feel more comfortable quitting my job. But at the same time, I don't have time to make the business make more money because I'm so like busy and stressed and all of that already. And so it's like, okay, so, you know, how am I going to make that happen? And in the past, the answer has been, you know, just go for it at the expense of everything else, which is not a thing I am willing to do anymore, because that is definitely a move that 25-year-old Becca would have made and not something that 30-year-old Becca is willing to do. My battery light is flashing, so it's going to stop in just a second. So that's what I've been dealing with. I don't have a good answer at the moment, but I will tell you, possibly once I change my battery, what I do want to focus on, because thinking about what I do want to focus on has helped me a lot in figuring out, you know, kind of where I want to go, and also being less stressed about all the everything. So just really thinking about the next 10 years, noticing that like longing for a calmer life is number one. All right, battery died. She was going so well. And then I got to her lips and destroyed it. So anyway, let's continue the deep thoughts. Okay, so however I'm feeling about the last 10 years, I feel like, ooh, no, let's do this other, it's Aurora. Okay. Which begs the question, pink or blue? I feel like she's pink to me. I'm sorry. Anyway, so however I'm feeling about the last 10 years, what I am now looking for is, okay, what am I going to do over the next 10 years? And obviously, I don't know completely, but I'm trying to get a good idea of where I'm headed. So I mentioned I had done some like journaling and stuff like that, which helped a lot. And I've kind of got my like tentative thought of what I would like to do moving forward. And so I'm not going to share all of them, and I'll have like another I'll have another video where we go through like lots of goals and stuff. For this, just kind of the general. Thinking about like my main thing that I'm really focused on. What first of all, I feel like should be the music teacher business, because that is what makes the most money, at least right now. That very well may change due to various circumstances, so we'll kind of keep our eyes on that and see how that ends up going, because that could change, and I am aware that could change at any moment. So that one I'm kind of keeping my eye on, but at least for now, that's the master plan, to kind of keep on top of things there and to see if I can grow that business to help us. You are way too tan, Aurora, but you know what? It's going to be fine. You've just been sleeping outside. It's definitely not this tan, but it's fine. It's fine. So that is that. What I really want to do, because I've been thinking a lot about like, you know, what do I really want to do with my life and all that kind of stuff. And I keep coming back to, I want to do books. I have always wanted to do books. And right now, this seems like the perfect thing to do, because I have been doing a lot more art and stuff. And so specifically, I want to do kids books is what I am after. I have always wanted to write kids books. I've always been interested in that, but it's never been like at the forefront of my mind. But as I kind of think through, like, you know, the coming years and that whole, like, you know, what do I really want to do with my life? That's kind of where I'm going, is I would like to do kids books. So I have one that is actually currently in the works. I have many like half ideas floating around. And so there's that, but I finally got like a fully fledged plot. And with that, I actually like wrote out a rough draft. I need to do some editing and stuff, obviously. But I was a little bit scared, honestly, to do the illustrations, because I would like to do the illustrations myself if possible. And so that was the thing I was kind of scared of. And so I decided to just kind of jump in on that. And I have been working on illustrating said book for the past couple of weeks. I'm really not stressed about it. I'm not like giving myself a hard deadline. I'm kind of just, honestly, at first it was like, I just want to make sure that I can do this realistically. And now that I feel like I've proven to myself that I can, it's just like let's make this enjoyable and not stressful, because I already said, you know, we're stressed. So last week I didn't get a single illustration done, and it was, you know, not the end of the world. But whenever I have a minute, which is what I will do when I finish my coloring and talking to you session, whenever I have a minute, I go work on that. And I've got a few done and a few like in progress and things like that. And so I need to pretty soon start with coming up with my, like, actually making sure I have the right illustrations and, you know, like storyboarding and all that. I'm not doing it the way that you really truly ought to, because I just kind of needed to prove to myself that it could be done first. And now I'm kind of going back and getting more proper. How am I going to publish it? I don't know. Is anyone going to buy it? Also, I don't know. I hope so. This is kind of my, like, I really would like it to be profitable. I would really like it to work out and stuff like that. So that is the main thing that I really would like to do, especially the main, like, different thing that I would like to do moving forward. Because obviously that is not a thing that I have done before. And so that is something that I would like to get a move on. So that'll be interesting. And then I have some other things. So some are a little, like, I just really would like to play the piano. And I have always wanted to be, like, proficient. And that is one thing that I definitely 20-year-old me would be pretty sad to find out that we still are not proficient at piano. Like, I can play, but I'm not great. And it's not easy. And it takes a lot of practice. And so I want to be able to read better, and I want to be able to play better, and just, you know, the whole 9 yards. You know, I want, if someone's like, hey, can you play something, for me to be like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I want to be able to, like, accompany kids and that kind of stuff. So that is my 2 cents there. And then I have a lot of other things on the horizon and things that I would like to do. One of them being travel. There are some travel places I would like to go. And some other things that we're not going to talk about. Now, I do need your help because I have my, like, goals. And then I also have some, what am I going to call those? I have some goals, and then I have some things that are bucket list items. Okay. So I wanted to do 40 before 40. And I wanted to have an actual plan and, like, start the list now so that I have time to get everything accomplished. And so for me, a bucket list item is different than, like, a goal in that it's a lot smaller and it's maybe not, like, progressing me forward. Like, a goal is, like, you know, oh, make money, pay off debt. A goal is, you know, write books and publish them. But a bucket list item is things, I'm trying to think of what I have on there, is like ride in a hot air balloon, go to an art museum, like different things like that. So I have some travel things on there. I tried not to put too many travel things on there because, you know, it's so dependent on money, and, like, I don't want to be stressed out if I, like, can't get places. But I put a couple of travel destinations on there. Some things that I can do around town, some DIY things that I want to do, some, like, gardening things, just, like, a wide variety. And I think I have 5 more slots left. So I need you to comment on the video and tell me what you would add to a bucket list for 40 before 40. Specifically, if you could do things that don't cost a lot of money and don't require travel, let me know those down below, because I already have things that do cost money and do require travel. So I want to make sure that I don't have too many things on there. Let's not destroy her lips this time. Okay. We're safe. So that is what I need from you. So that's where we're at. I was for a while, like, really stressed about where I currently am in life. I no longer am, so that's a good thing. Currently feeling actually pretty good and really excited about the next 10 years, which I think is a good place to be when you're getting older, is, like, excited about what's to come. So that is nice. I do have a lot of things on there that I have not told you. I think we're gonna do a whole video with, like, goals, although, to be fair, I still probably won't tell you everything, because some things are actually personal even for me. But it is, I'm just excited about, like, the possibilities and having a brand new chapter and that is lovely. It's a nice place to be, so I'm excited about that. I want this one. I don't like brown. This is like yellow. So that's where we are here on the eve of my birthday, about to turn 30. I was talking to my brother on the phone the other day, and he is reading Lord of the Rings. And in Lord of the Rings, Frodo turns 33, and he's officially an adult. So he was like, you still have 3 years before you're an adult. So at least we got that going for me. Okay. Her lips turned out a lot better. All right, so that was a fun little time. I think I'm going to pause this, and I am going to eat some ice cream, and I'm going to go work on some illustrations for my book, because again, I'm excited. I also know that like I have no idea what's gonna happen the next 10 years, but I'm excited about it anyway. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you tomorrow when I'm 30. In the back of this book are, it says inspirations, but it's like the way that she colored each of them. And look, she's pink and blue. If I add blue, is it going to mess up the pink? Will it work? Because that's so fun. Happy birthday to me, officially 30, which part of me is still kind of like, ugh, 30, and then the other part of me is like, you know, really and truly, it fits. Actually, some of the teachers at school were talking, and they were like, I can't believe Miss Davis is just now turning 30, and the other one was like, I know, she seems so put together. She was like, no, like, she actually is put together, which I strive really hard to be put together, so I take that as a compliment. My dress turned out wonderfully. Got lots of compliments. It's very comfy, but it's cute, and it's got pockets. Not super hot because we got that eyelet. So I'm very happy. I might order it in black for concerts. It would be a good like concert or like field trip dress for when I have like, you know, the choir and the choir for the kids. Yeah. So today went pretty well. I slept an extra 30 minutes. Didn't get up till 6 o'clock. So, you know, woohoo, great to be me. And then I actually did some painting this morning because that's what I wanted to do. I was like, I'm not working out on my birthday, but I did some painting, and then I read my Bible, and then I wrote my journal. Just had like a nice chill morning. Went and got my free Starbucks drink, and then we got Chick-fil-A for lunch. We had cake. It was a really good cake. It was like chocolate on chocolate on chocolate, which is what I wanted. And then I had somebody come and observe me during second grade because we do this like special program. They wanted to come like do some classroom visits. So that happened. It just happened to be today. And then she's coming back tomorrow. And it was just really fun. Someone asked me the other day, they were like, are you going to, you know, take your birthday off? And I was like, no, it is really fun to be at school on your birthday. Like, the kids get so excited, and it's just really fun. And so all day long I had kids like singing to me in the hallways, and I had a kid, like some kids got together, made me a little card, and like it's just so cute, and they're like so excited. Everybody has me like, happy birthday, Miss Davis. And it's just really fun. Also, somebody gave me this bracelet she said she made for me. I have a suspicion that she didn't make it for me. She just already had it on, but I took it nonetheless because it's cute. And I was like, you know what? I will wear that. So that's where we are today. Yeah, so just got home. I'm going to just kind of chill out for a little bit. Figure out what I'm going to wear tonight because husband and I are going to fancy dinner. I'm very excited. And I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I didn't buy anything new. I was just figured I was like, I'm sure I got something. So I'll go look and see what I'm gonna wear and just kind of chill out and then go and have our fancy dinner, and it's gonna be great. We're going to a restaurant we went to a few months ago. Someone gave us a gift certificate and it was so good, and we've talked about it ever since then. So we were getting close to my birthday and I was like, can we go back? It is not cheap, but it's so yummy. So I'm excited about that. Anyway, yeah, so that's my plan for today. I don't really have a lot of content to film, but we just, yeah. And then we'll see what time we get back. Maybe I'll take a bath. Maybe I'll get in the hot tub. Maybe I'll paint. I don't know. We're just doing whatever we feel like. And I gotta open presents. I was told it was presents with an S. I have no idea what husband got me. We shall find out. Whew. Okay. Hello. Happy Thursday. Yesterday was nice. It was good. We went to dinner. It was lovely. Came back, got in the hot tub for the first time this season. And then got presents. Husband got me a new bag that I can wear like every day, which is perfect. It's gonna match everything. I'm so excited. And then like some new pajamas, which I desperately needed. I probably don't look like I'm very excited about presents because it's Thursday. I just got home and it is, yeah, 7 o'clock. Choir got out at 5:15. My last kid got picked up 5:30, 5:35. I left about then, and I just got home at like 6:55. It was like 2 of the major roads were blocked off, and even though it didn't affect like which way I went, it meant that all the people who normally go these other ways were now like going the same way I was going, and I was like, I'm never gonna get home, and that is really stressful. I've been gone for like 11 hours. And that's the kind of thing, gosh, if I like tell people I want to quit teaching, they assume it's because I don't like teaching, but that's not true. I love teaching. I hate this. This is what I hate. And you know what? I have like stuff I have to do for school tonight to like, because I have a training tomorrow, so I have a sub and I have like like things I have to get done, and it's insane at this point. And then that coupled with like the nitpicking that happens is just really frustrating. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that because this is a happy birthday vlog. So I'm going to say goodbye. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm at like level 8,000 and I just want to like play with my dog and cuddle on the couch. So I might work. I might not work. I don't know. I'll find out. You won't, because I'm going to say bye. Thanks for hanging out with me on this birthday week of mine, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.